Hello everyone, I'm back with another commentary video-ish thing, whatever, and I decided to do something a bit different for the new year, and sorry it's taken a while, happy New Year's by the way. I decided to show off the platinum trophies I have gathered for last year as a sort of fun throwback. So anyways, the first one is called Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, as you can probably tell. Fairly easy one, it's simple and just fun in general. The second one is The Persistence, which might have been the hardest one, but it was easy, honestly. And here I was just trying to make sure I don't mess something up because the last trophy I needed was to craft every legendary schematic for every category. I think it's what it is, but it was a fairly easy one and not very challenging at all. This one, however, was challenging. Resident Evil Village, or Resident Evil 8. The last trophy I needed was to get an S rank or higher for every mercenaries level, and it was painful. Like the last few ones, last four missions, it was awful. You had to follow a very specific pattern, but I persisted and just got it eventually. The next game, it's easier. Rhyme. I think it's what it's called. It's an indie game, so expect a not so very challenging platinum trophy. This trophy, which is to throw something off the ledge, that was the one I missed because I was just rushing through it, which I shouldn't have. But again, fairly easy, no challenge whatsoever. This next one, Horizon Zero Dawn, which I loved and got the platinum for, and I enjoyed this one. Not so much as the sequel, and I'm sorry, Horizon Forbidden West fans, but again, kind of sucked. No, it's fine. Just, I was not a fan of it. Not with how it ended, not with the story, nothing. Concrete Genie, which is another easy platinum trophy, and a kind of cute sort of game about art, whatever. As you can see, it's just adorable and a very nice game if you want to de-stress. Not very challenging like Rhyme. Yeah, it's just enjoyable. I loved it so much. The next one, Ghost Runner. I was intimidated at first because the percentage of the trophies gathered by every player was kind of scary, like 0.6%. But it was just easy. I just had to do some exploits, and there it was. I just got it in the most badass way possible. So yeah, Ghost Runner. I did enjoy it. It was fun, challenging, and it was just great. Doom 3, this one was just unenjoyable. It was enjoyable in some aspects, but getting that platinum trophy was just horrifying and terrible, and not helping the matter is that the collectibles don't carry over on the new game, and having to do it a hard difficulty, and it was terrible. I never wanted to do that again. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. This one intimidated me as well for the Madhouse difficulty, but I was just following a specific guide and making sure I don't screw up. I almost screwed up at the end because I ran out of bullets for a specific weapon I needed, but I ran up to Evelyn's face on the final boss, used a chainsaw, and she went down pretty easily. It was not too taxing. Um, the trophy before God of War was Ratchet and Clank, but for some reason it didn't save because the cutscenes were copyrighted and blocked. So thanks Sony, you dicks. God of War, enjoyable. I loved it. Never played any of the God of War games up until this point, and because of this game, I got God of War Ragnarok and might play the other God of War games. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Such a mouthful. I'm gonna be completely honest here, and this may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't enjoy this one. I get it; it's a remake of a very old game, and it's true to the original, but I didn't like it. It was just repetitive and just bland after a few missions. I don't know. It probably wasn't for me. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 for PlayStation 4. This was difficult because the crushing difficulty, I'd say 3 was the easiest. 1 was sort of hard. The second game could easily go fuck itself. Uncharted 2 had a boss, the final boss, it was just impossible. Like, I'll be honest, like, I hated that boss fight after going through it on crushing difficulty. Because if you screw up in some way, and trust me, the final boss will just get right up in your butt and just kill you. Like, it was just unfair and unfun at that point. Like, I don't want to think about it ever again. And but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Uncharted, and just wanted to go for that platinum trophy. And I didn't realize how hard it was until I did it. But there it was. I did it eventually. Yeah, just nothing to say. There are 3 games all in one package, and it was just fun either way. The Witness, this game, I hated it. I hated it, and I was trying to get this platinum for so long, and I gave up eventually. And then one day, I I went for it again, and eventually got it. I did this glitch where it just stops the timer here. Um, there was a whole video explaining that, so you can look up the Witness challenge exploit or something, and you can see exactly what I did. And I was being careful on those last few puzzles in case if I just to make sure I didn't screw it up. The next game, Cat Quest 1 and 2, amazing games. They're simple, sure, and they're not too taxing on the platinum trophy department, but it was just enjoyable. It was funny, it was quirky and cute, and they were just great games. The second game is much better. I would have enjoyed a sequel more if I had a partner to play with, like a buddy to play co-op with, because it supports local co-op, but still, I enjoyed it. I'm waiting for the third game in the series, whenever that's going to come out. And since it hasn't come out yet, I'm assuming they're working really hard for the third game, and I can't wait. The Last of Us Part 2, shout out to my friend Kevin, who let me borrow not only Part 2, but Part 1 for The Last of Us, because I'm going to be honest, I don't like The Last of Us anymore. So, like, I wasn't going to just buy these games outright and just go for the platinum. I was just gonna borrow them from a friend. So thanks, Kevin. Thanks for the few easy platinum trophies. Infamous First Light, a really short game that should have just been DLC for Second Son. Not to say the game was bad, it's just this really could have been DLC and not a standalone game. Just saying. Kind of like Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy, I think, was supposed to be DLC, but made into a separate game. Don't know what's the deal with games nowadays that have. Anyways, you know what I mean. Days Gone. I was about to quit this one. I This game was just draining at the start. It was slow, sluggish, and the horde was just frustrating to fight with. Fun for the first few times, but frustrating. But I persisted and found myself enjoying Days Gone for even though it was slow as hell. Uncharted 4, a game that everyone says it's hard, but let's be honest, everyone is a bunch of pussies. Like, sure, the speedrunning thing is not fun, and being able to beat the game with a certain percentage of accuracy is painful, but it's easy. You can use cheats and you'll still get the platinum trophy. So stop complaining and just go for it. Bayonetta, this one surprisingly easy. I thought I had to like get platinum on every level on a harder difficulty, unlike Devil May Cry. But it was just easy. You just had to beat the game on each difficulty, and that's it. It's really easy. Excuse me. Speaking of Devil May Cry, DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, dumb name. DMC Devil May Cry, really? The first and only Devil May Cry game I'll probably ever have a platinum trophy for, unless I decide to do Devil May Cry 5. I was close for the fifth game, but for some reason I stopped. I might go back and do them and prove that I can do it. Intelligent Cube, instead of a C, it's a Q. Don't know. Don't know. It's a fun game, a very quick and simple platinum trophy. It's a puzzle game, so like, and since this is the PlayStation 1 Classic ported to PS4 and 5, you can abuse the rewind system and get a platinum trophy easily without like reverting your mistakes pretty much. Same with Siphon Filter. Never played this game, and playing it now, it's sluggish, it was slow, and it's dated for sure. So if there's a potential remake for this game, I would love to see that. But still an enjoyable game, and I do recommend it, even though it's clunky nowadays and dated by comparison. Ape Escape. Fun fact: I actually did got platinum trophies for each versions of every game. So like PS4 and 5 versions of Intelligent Cube, Siphon Filter, Ape Escape. Not Wild Arms, and Wild Arms is a JRPG, and that one took a while. Anyways, Ape Escape. This game was clearly set as a sort of tech demo-ish for the DualShock when that first came out, and you can tell when you once you play it. I still enjoyed it. It just had that sort of charm, like almost every PlayStation 1 title. So, yeah, Ape Escape. I do recommend checking it out. Sonic Origins, the next game that I got a platinum trophy for, and this is also easy because you can use the debug mode and just get easy as easy as hell platinum trophies that'll like take within a day to get them. But still, I enjoyed them. I finally got to fully play Sonic 1, 2, and 3 and Knuckles the way they were meant to be played, or sort of. Uh, yeah, here's Wild Arms. This one took a while, mostly because it's a JRPG, and RPGs are just known to be really long. And I didn't do the PS4 version for this game because it just took a while, and I wanted to play something else. But I might do the PS4 version just to boost up my platinum trophy collection. Persona 4 Dancing All Night, a very simple platinum trophy, just like Persona 3 and 5 dancing games. I just had to buy every costume at this point, and accessory and items, and unlock all night mode, which is just a harder difficulty, and that was it. The platinum trophy just popped out. And here's Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight. Not as enjoyable as Persona 4 Dancing All Night, along with same for Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. But I still enjoyed them for the few tracks that I did liked. So like they required like the same things to get every trophy, like here enabling 10 or 8, I think. I don't know. I can't count right now. Challenge mods to get the trophy. And you don't even have to do the whole song to get it. You just start the song and just leave, and the platinum trophy is right there. So, yeah. Thanks, Atlas, for some easy platinum trophies. All three of them, by the way. Dirt, here's a funny story. I got bored with this that I started, like, I don't know how to explain it, doing embarrassing shit, but you can hear it, hopefully, by the first few seconds of me being silent. I was just moaning out of boredom. And yes, porn was playing in the background, so yeah, trust me, if you want to see the full video, please let me know, because that video, I just crack up laughing with the shit I say. Last of Us Part 1, another game I borrowed from my good friend Kevin, shout out again. Yeah, this is just a simple remake, and in my opinion, it's just not worth the $70 price tag. If you're a PC player or a new player who's never played The Last of Us, yeah, sure, but for the rest of us, not worth it, especially since there's no big changes. Um, Toem, Toem, I think it's how you pronounce it, a really cute, simple game, and I enjoyed it. A game about using the camera, and it was just cute. This art style was cute. The gameplay was simple. After The Last of Us Part 1, I needed a game that was cute and simple. Ghost of Tsushima, I already did the PS4 version for this game, and yeah, I just decided to play through the whole game again because I just love the game so much. I just wanted to revisit and experience the game all over again. It was just that good, and I enjoyed it more than Last of Us. Sorry, Last of Us fanboys. The next game on the list is Super Hot. Don't understand the appeal for this game, if it had any. Like, sure, going slow motion by standing still and dodging bullets is cool, but the novelty wears off, especially when you're going for a platinum trophy like the narcissist that you are and that I am. But it's an it's also an easy trophy, if a bit repetitive and bland. And the Horizon Chase Turbo, this trophy I despised so freaking hard. You can hear me cussing out at the end of this, which I will play and shut up so that you can hear how mad I was. Trust me, I was so mad. I was doing this for days on end. Just listen.
I never want to fucking play this shit again. Fuck this game. Fuck the developers. Fuck everything about.
Yeah, you could tell I was not a really happy furry. Just kidding. Next game on the list, I did enjoy it. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I This is the first Mirror's Edge game that I've platinum, and I might do the original game since this is a reboot. Though the one thing that's almost stopped me was the collectibles and how easily missed they are, but simple as well. Resident Evil 2 Remake and Resident Evil 3 Remake. Say hi to that game, even though we haven't gotten there yet. This part of the game intimidated me because if I screwed up on the fourth survivor, then I would have to do the whole thing again. But on my second try, I just did it, though granted I was following a guide. And I do have a video on YouTube, like, showing how I did it. And there were moments that I was pausing the game and following a guide, so yeah, that's fun. But I wasn't gonna do the whole thing only to lose it all because I forgot simple steps. Yeah, easy if you stay persistent, if you keep pushing at it, and you'll get it. And yeah, I transferred the save data, and I played the game again because I just loved Resident Evil 2 so much. Resident Evil 3 Remake, I actually have a I did a live stream for this game showing a sort of speed run and getting that platinum trophy, and you can tell it was almost a deathless run. I was so close, and I just panicked and made a careless mistake and had to do the whole thing again. So that was fun. Thanks, Capcom, for making Nemesis on Inferno difficulty so bullshit. um, but yeah, I got it over with. So, and I'm not gonna do all of that again. Never, ever. I'm just glad it's over with. And here's the next game that calmed me down after Resident Evil 3, Stray, a really cute game of just playing as a cat. And it's also easy for a platinum trophy, aside from speed running the game, which, man, a lot of game developers love doing these speed run trophies, don't they? And I hate them. Okay, I don't blatantly hate them, but they're overdone at this point. I just want them to stop. And here's God of War Ragnarok, a game that I did enjoy and loved. And after God of War Ragnarok, I decided to do a Sly Cooper marathon and got every single platinum trophy for every games, well, all four of the games. And I didn't get footage of this because PlayStation 3 games are still relegated to streaming, which is dumb. Sony, please. I know the whole coding thing, whatever. Siphon Filter 2, these are the last games I got the platinum trophy for, so we're nearing the end. So I don't know. I enjoyed this one, not as much as the first game, but it was enjoyable for me, and it was easy as well, along with Siphon Filter. But like, it's much more easier than Siphon Filter 1 because you just had to beat the game, and that's it. Just no simple task to do, just beat the game. And yeah, that's it. That's all of the platinum trophies I've gotten last year, and I will do one for this year at the end of the year. So, see ya. Have a nice day, everyone.